Welcome to clickmyprojects.com. I'm here to talk about the recommendation models. Let's see what's meant by recommendation model of open authorization. Like, if you go for a Facebook or a Google or a Twitter, whatever the social network it may be, the authentication implementation don't provide any necessary fine-grained access control because if we go for a Facebook, we can get new number of games, new number of processes, new number of additional data, additional information which is required and may not be required. So that the denying and allowing should be our authentication purpose. Because once we get to go inside the Facebook or Twitter or any other output or social networks, we must allow the game or any applications which has of a third party application should be allowed by our consent. It should not be gone with any other processes. And the filtering mechanism can also be done by the user or also can be done by an authorization or also can be done by an social network media which has been which is called as the main frame of the process. So that our collaboration filtering mechanism is based on previous user decisions and applications and browser extensions that allows users to easily configure it. First of all, anything which happens should be started with a registration, so that we must know one person is using this kind of social network and the registration should be mandatory. Without registration, we cannot give the username or password. So a third party password can party applications can also be used it in the another processes, and also the privacy preferences and some specifications which can also be today in the internet websites are provided, and the mechanisms and the messages are formatted in the policy file situations and site particularly private policies. The O authorization. What's meant by O authorization? Let's go for the project and let's view it. What's the project? This is the general flow of the recommendation model. First of all, we need to start it with the registration, and the registration is main core for the working process. First of all, we must go for the permission requests. These are all the requests which we are going to filter it. And first of all, the filtering should be happened because we got lot of requests, lot of denials, and also that we must filter what are the requests which our user needs. So the recommendations has been just differentiated by three ways, like app based, user based, and prediction based approaches. After this approach, the process should be completely obeyed with the process which the user gives, and it will go for the server. The server will be created to the process, and after that, this process will be entirely stopped. And also, the user can get in through the registration with the given username and password. He can go inside and take out the works which he needed. Process. This is our project, the recommendation model. First of all, we need to registration. As I told you before, the registration is mandatory. So run the registration file. Okay, the registration file is moving on. Now register our product. Let's give any kind of word. For example, ASD. A phone number may be of any number, and the password will also be ASD and ASD at ASD. Now the password. Now just give out the data of birth, whatever you want, and the location. Of course, the location is mandatory, right? We can't do it in the and now just go for the mail. Now register it. The register will be successful. Now once we have got registered, we are an authorized user, so that we are going to use for the permissions. I need to block the phone, and I need to block app requests and game requests. I don't want these kind of things. So the permission has been created, and then the permission guide for the ASD, read the permission. These are all the permissions which are requested to disable. These block emails and all not requested for any kinds, so they can be grant permission. Okay. After that, use the base filtering. What are all the filterings which are used? The total number of users are already counted like this way, and the recommended users are ASD, AD, and hello. Now app-based filtering. These are all the games which are available in our social network, so that we are going to predict filtering. So the predict filtering, which means what are all coming under the category of a game or an app data will be coming under this one. So now we are going for an open authorized user. Now we are going for the access. Now we are going to authorize the process. Now open it. the authorization server will be opened. This is an admin process. Now an admin is going inside for that who will send the request for our concern. Now receive the details, the total number of permissions. These are all the received and permissions which are sent for the server, so that he can grant permission for this one. So he is generating an authentication for code, and he will be sending the same to the processor. Now we are just running the access control. So the access will be defined for only with the process of a user, ASD and the ASD. This is the login which I have done. Now show the profile. So after the authentication server grants the personal information, the personal information will be viewed right here. After that, now we are going for a social network. Just log in with the social network. Now give the same as username and password, so that we can view what's our. These are all the app requests which we denied, and these are all the game requests which we denied. We doesn't want any of these to display in our page or any of our concerns. So the app request and the day request will be given as a processor. Thank you.